Welcome to Two Hearts Dance and Yoga Heart to Heart series. My name is Leanne Barber, owner and movement creator at Two Hearts Dance and Yoga. My pleasure to welcome Christie Horan to our Heart to Heart series today. Christie is currently the captain of the NBA's Washington Wizards Dancers. She is the owner of her own business, Powerhouse Dance Works, a choreography company with a team of talented choreographers that travel the nation to teach dance teams award-winning choreography. Christie graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2014, earning her bachelor's in business marketing, and she danced on the nationally recognized dance team all 4 years. She was the captain of the team her senior year and competed at the UDA Nationals in the Hip Hop Pom category. She now can be seen choreographing for college dance teams, including the one she came from, through her dance company now. Christie is a full-time entrepreneur and an amazing dancer, certified trainer, instructor, and choreographer. Her mission is to live her best life on the dance floor. Thank you so much for being here, Christie. I'm so happy to have you.
Woo, thank you so much, Leanne. I truly appreciate you inviting me to be here. So I'm so happy. Thank you.
You know, you're near and dear to my heart because I was once a wizard dancer.
I love it.
Awesome. So before we kind of get into things, how has it been, teaching virtually or kind of transitioning into this new world that we live in?
Yeah. So come to find out, I love teaching virtually. It definitely was something that was forced upon me with COVID and the quarantine and everything. But honestly, I'm really grateful that it did happen. Not that COVID happened, but that I was forced to move to a virtual platform. There's a couple reasons for that. I feel like I can reach a lot more people that way. And I love that. I love reaching people to work out, to move, to dance, to help girls and women try out for college dance teams, NBA dance teams. And I feel like I can do that and use as much as my time as I can when it's virtual. So I absolutely love doing that. I also love bringing a whole bunch of people together. I actually just had a class at 12 today. So 2 hours ago, I had a class. And it's just so fun to see everybody in their different elements and then also kind of bring the in-studio vibes by calling out people's names and giving form corrections and keeping that energy and hype and bringing joy to their day. So I absolutely love it.
That's awesome. It's good to hear.
Thank you.
It has its challenges, obviously, but you're right. It's great to be able to reach so many different dancers. And, especially now at the distance, you're able to dancers that are across the nation from you, or, that not necessarily be able to take your classes in person. Now they can absolutely take advantage of them now. So it's great.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree. I like so many dancers who have said like, can you do live classes prior? And I never really thought about it. And then, so now I'm like, yay, you can actually take my class. This is awesome.
So tell us a little bit about how you were as a kid and how your passion for dance started.
Yeah, I absolutely love that question because I started dancing when I was 3. So my mom put me in like the Mom and Me class and I basically never stopped. So growing up, I started off in competition. I'm actually a Navy brat, so I moved around a lot as a kid. Are you too? I love that. So my dad was in the Navy and we were based in California for the first 8 years of my life. So I did competition dance there. That's when I first started dancing. And then we moved, I think 3 more times. So dance was always there for me when we were moving around. So it's hard to like get up and change your life. I mean, I kind of looked forward to it. Like I actually like kind of liked it and making new friends. As an adult now, though, I appreciate staying in one place, but I am thankful that I got to see the United States. So that was something that dance was always my constant. I always had it. I loved it. I always did like competition team or something like that because I loved competing. I loved one of my favorite things about dance is the performance aspect. And I feel like in competition, you can really push yourself the most in your performance.
Yeah.
I actually did cheerleading and I did competition dance and I did my school dance team in high school, super active. But that's also how I got my pom background with the cheerleading. And then I did all-star as a high schooler, and I loved everything about it.
You have that like performance background in you, because
Thank you.
you're on fire when you're performing, and you can tell like you're just enjoying and genuinely having a good time. So that's
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I didn't talk about that. I really love to dance. Like it's something that is my passion. So it's not only something that like was there for me or whatever, but something that like thrills my soul. So that's why I've done it so long.
very good. It's good to hear, kind of where you came from, and where that passion developed, and kind of where it's led you now. So it's really cool.
Thank you.
What were some of the early challenges you might have had with dance?
Yeah. I think dance kind of sets you up to be a perfectionist. Um, and I don't feel like I'm a perfectionist in my everyday life. I don't know, maybe I am, but I feel like that's kind of something that you want to learn and be good at all the skills that are given to you. Especially because I mean, every team that I was on, you had to do ballet, you had to take jazz. I did tap for a little bit. And then also I'd always want to push myself to be the best that I could be. So I think just like keeping and continuing to grow and grow. I think I don't think it's a bad challenge. I think that definitely is a challenge. I think that's something that all dancers either want or should want. So I think just like continuing that growth and continuing, whether it's dynamics or a certain skill or performing, there's really always something to get better at.
I think with dance, it's kind of like that perfectionist type of thing is like a blessing and a curse. Like I feel
Yeah.
we're always trying to push ourselves to be better, push ourselves to have better technique, get that triple turn, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Especially like coming from like a competition background, like you're just so used to pushing yourself to be, better than what you can be. And I mean, obviously for you, it's worked out really well because
Thank you.
all these wonderful things.
Thank you. I know we're going to talk about my college experience, but I broke my ankle my junior year of college and I had to get surgery. And that was one of the hardest, like, I think challenges I had with dance, because it was right in the beginning of the season and I had to get surgery on my ankle and I wanted to dance on the competition squad in January. So this is August, competition is in January, and everybody kept telling me, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. Well, I did it. I did it, which is so cool. Yes. But it took a lot of work. So I think that specific moment, and it took a lot of mental, like self-talk, positive self-talk, telling myself I can do it, eating the right things, taking it slow, but also knowing my body. I think that specific moment is probably the most challenging time of my life that I had with dance. But it paid off.
Thanks for sharing. She's like, I was going to get back out there.
I was like, you can't tell me no.
As a dancer on the University of Kentucky's dance team, which is one of the most recognized and high caliber dance teams in the nation, what was it like dancing and competing at this level?
Yeah. Like I have nothing but good memories about Kentucky. Like it was one of the best. Like I think I always tell people like I had the best experience at Kentucky. Like I feel like I personally did because I loved it so much. With that being said, it's so like being on a college dance team, especially one that is so serious. My coach was awesome, but you have to be like 110% committed. I think I definitely did have a really great coach. I had really great teammates. It wasn't just about the competition. when I was on the team, we were starting to be, it was only the second year they competed at UDA Nationals. So we had just entered the game. And we were working really hard to prove ourselves at UDA Nationals. But so being on that kind of like high caliber college dance team, you really have like time management is everything. I just remember saying that and recognizing that you really have to time block everything, making sure that that you're sleeping, which I didn't do much of in college. That you're going to your classes, that you're doing well in your classes, because that's why you're there. But also I was there to dance. And then also like practices were at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. my last 2 years. Then you have 2 days for nationals for 2 months. You don't really get a Christmas break or a winter break. You're there doing 2 days. So it's definitely a commitment. It's something that you really have to know that you want to do. I remember being in nationals practice and thinking to myself, this is my dream, this is my dream, this is my dream, because it's so hard sometimes. Because you're like doing 2 days, you're an athlete, you really are a college athlete. So I think that was like probably the hardest part. But the good thing about about my team is I had an awesome coach that taught us to be super grateful. The girls we were friends. We were all friends. We had a huge team. And then not only that, it wasn't just about nationals. It was also about football. It was about basketball. It was about being a clean and a huge performer. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that kind of insight with us.
Yeah.
At the college level, and I tell my students, like, you have to really want this, because you really have to be dedicated, making sure you're going to your classes, making sure you're getting good grades, but then also it's very grueling on your body.
It is. It really is. And I don't think people, as far as my experience, dancing in college was harder than dancing pro for me.
Awesome to hear, and hopefully some of my students you out there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's so worth it.
Yep. Awesome. Very good. After graduating college, you auditioned for the NBA's Washington Wizards Dancers. Very fond of this team, like I said, because I was a Wizard girl. And that was back before the name changed and all the logo and everything changed.
Oh yeah. The blue and the darker blue and the gold and the white.
Tell us about your audition experience and what it was like making the team for you.
Yeah. Making the team was one of the best days of my life. It was like the ultimate dream come true. It was something that I had, and I know you can relate. It's something that I had envisioned in my head, that I got so excited about, that I worked really hard for. So not a lot of people know this, but I actually auditioned for 2 other NBA dance teams before I auditioned for the Wizards. I lived in Baltimore at the time. I worked for a dance choreography company. This was before Powerhouse Dance Works was born. So I really wanted to make an NBA team. I tried out for the Sixers, I tried out for the Nets, and I got turned down. And this was right after my college, after I graduated from college. So I'd already had those moments of rejection, but also growth and learning, which contributed to why I made the Wizards, because I picked up so much. And that's something that, especially for your dancers, you've got to keep learning and growing. And yes, like you're going to have to accept rejection, because that is part of being a dancer. And you've got to know that, like, okay, like just this no doesn't mean that I'm not going to find a yes elsewhere. And it all worked out for the best, because I couldn't imagine my NBA career being any different than being on the Wizards. And I love it. The Wizards have like such diverse, like you do. When I first joined the team as a Wizard girl, pom, jazz, hip hop, you literally did it all. The audition experience is super intense. Like it really is intense. The first day, and like I said, I had auditioned for other teams. The first day was like 10 hours, like 8 hours. It was a long day, and I just had like almonds and water. Yeah. Yeah. So make sure you pack your snacks, because it's going to be a long day. But honestly, like I just had to stay like completely focused, like don't pay attention to other people around you, really just tune in with yourself. And I remember that specifically from the open auditions. The Wizards was also the most fun auditions that I had been to. It really is. It's so much fun. Everybody is super encouraging, including Derek, my coach, all the way down. The vets are pretty intimidating, especially if they don't have to audition that first day. But then you get to know them, and because you go through training camp. So when I was my rookie year, went through 3 weeks of training camp. So you already feel like you're on the team, and you're just giving it your all. And then we had the showcase my first year. So the showcase is a full performance where you perform, you perform, I think three different dances, one intro, jazz, and hip hop. And then you also we did a bikini. Well, that was the second year. The first year we did an intro where you were wearing dresses, I think, and you went up and you introduced yourself and you had to say and speak in front of an entire audience. So honestly, the showcase was one of my favorite parts. You're just pumping, your blood's running like 100 miles an hour. Yeah. And then it's over. And then I remember standing in the back, and I was the first rookie who got called. I was the second person on the team second person that year who made the team. And I just remember like being so lit up, and it's one of the best experiences of my entire life, and like best memories, and all that hard work completely paid off.
Yes, it's like so crazy, and people who like haven't been through that process like don't quite understand how nuts and ridiculous
it is. Yeah, I know. I'm like beaming just like thinking about it because it's something that's like so near and special to me that I'll always remember.
Yeah, it's just like one of those days that you just never forget when like you make the team, or having, especially for you, coming back multiple times and being that vet too, that's like a whole different experience. So
Oh my gosh, yeah.
thank you for giving us like that insight. And I know with things shifting and everything, and I don't know how much you can actually tell us, but what auditions are going to be like in the near future?
Yeah. So I actually don't know. I have no idea. I know a lot of teams are doing virtual auditions right now, which I think is awesome. I think it's so cool. I'm actually, one of the girls that I'm coaching is going through the Atlanta Hawks auditions right now, and they're doing it virtually. Right. And so that is something that I'm navigating with her, because it's something brand new. As for the Wizards, I'm being honest, I have no idea what's going to happen. I literally don't know when auditions are. I don't know. I know just as much as you do, which is probably a good thing,
Yeah.
But regardless, I know that whatever happens is going to be great.
I don't know how different it's been, like even since I was there. So like I experienced Derek his first and second year, I believe.
Okay.
So when he first came to the team, and that was a transition in itself, and like they changed the colors, and then we had like, what was it? The blackout or whatever it was.
Yeah, the NBA lockout.
Yeah, that was nuts. And then still see that, Derek is there, and he's kind of built out this amazing program, and just really changing the game for NBA dancers. And, now with like, and has nothing to do with any of the questions I'm asking. But now with like, guys being, on the team, I'm sure it's just very, different, but it's really cool to see how things have kind of transformed over the years. You have been a Wizard dancer for 6 years, and you have been a captain for 3. I guess share with us how the team has changed over the years and how you have managed all of it being a captain.
Yeah. Well, I love how you pretty much already addressed like that we went co-ed, which is a huge change. But honestly, like, one, it's really cool to see Derek grow and evolve with the team as well. I respect him so much as a coach, and he's amazing. He is the reason why we've been able to gracefully evolve as well and keep the team growing and moving up, which is awesome. So the first 4 years that I was on the team, we were Wizard Girls. So it was all female, amazing, powerful dancers and performers, so talented, super feminine dances, but also like just like hip hop powerhouses, and it was awesome. Such a fun team to be a part of, and I'm so glad that, because that's when I thought of NBA dancer, that's kind of what I thought of, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. Originally. Yeah. So I'm so thankful that I was able to be a part of that team, and especially to be a part of the last team. And it's a cool legacy to be a part of. With that being said, so my 5th year, I went into the Wizard Dancers because we changed to co-ed, because that's the direction the NBA is going in. And I'm honestly so thankful that I got to experience both, because Wizards Dancers is like a more of a hip hop athletic, like you can do anything team. Like we have done so many things and evolved so much. And I mean, like I was speaking about earlier, how as a dancer, you want to keep getting better and better. And I feel like the Wizards Dancers has helped me and pushed me to evolve to be an even better dancer than I was before. Especially because you're dancing with guys. Guys have a power that's kind of like unmatched. So you really have to, if they are going all out, so you really have to, you want to do the best that you can. So you're going to go as full out as you possibly can. So that's just kind of my experience. I've loved both of them. Being a captain versus not being a team member is totally different roles as well. And I love both. I love my experience with both. And I've loved being able to evolve into a leader, because that was one of my goals as well, being on this team. So yeah, I mean, I love it. I feel like the main difference is when you get on and you're a rookie, you want to absorb everything and do the best you can and learn as much. Second year, you're like, okay, I kind of got the hang of it, but now I have to prove myself even more. Third year, you want to start evolving into a leader, and kind of picking up and noticing other things that you would have not noticed your first or second year. Fourth year, you're a leader. So you're either granted the position of a leader if you are so lucky to earn it. And if you have it and you're still 4th year, you want to still be a leader and kind of look at the team in a different light and be like, okay, I know the rules. I'm going to do this. I'm going to help this person. I'm going to speak to them this way. And then my 5th and 6th year, these are like my bonus extra years. You again want to keep evolving and growing as a leader. And for me as a choreographer, and I'm so huge on lead by example. That's really important to me.
Awesome. And it seems like you're doing that like just so beautifully. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just awesome to watch you and see how you've even evolved as a dancer. And it's awesome that you're in that leadership position now where, you're helping this team become even stronger than they've ever been. So it's really cool. Yay, congrats.
Thank you. That was so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You started your company Powerhouse Dance Works and have built it from the ground up. Tell us about Powerhouse and what led you to start the company. I think you kind of already told us what led you there, but just tell us more about Powerhouse.
Yeah, I would love to. So I actually started choreographing in college. I started choreographing a long time ago. Like I really like something. It's another way that you can push yourself as a dancer. It's totally different. Choreography and performing, completely different things, but it's another great way to push yourself as a dancer. So that's how I paid rent in college. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. So I kept going. As I explained earlier, I became a choreographer for a company, and it was really amazing to be able to learn from somebody who was a leader leading choreography in their field, especially for dance teams. So it taught me, how to write choreography down, all these different things. Naturally, I like business, I like marketing. And I think it just kind of I just pretty much evolved into creating my own business. I left the choreography company because completely transparent. I was like, I got a college degree. I want to be able to go to work in an office. So I tried that for about 3 years and I hated it. So I went back to being a choreographer and an entrepreneur, which I'm really glad that I had that experience and tried it out. But I just learned that it's not for me and I'm going to follow my passions. So that's where I am today and I'm so happy. Powerhouse has naturally evolved. It started with just me, and I was doing choreography a ton. I travel from Kentucky to Connecticut, Texas, which is so cool. And I've been able to meet so many dancers, coaches, and Kansas. Like, you go to the funniest places, but it's really amazing, like, that I have had the opportunity to do that and meet so many growing dancers and teams. And I love helping people and teams evolve to the best that they can be. So that's been really cool. And then recently, in the last year, I guess a year and a half, I've started to add people to my team. And now I have other talented choreographers and dancers who are traveling, who are learning, it's really amazing how it's evolved. Plus, I've learned more and more about owning a business and marketing, and yeah, it's been really cool.
So I have some students who aspire to audition and be on pro and college teams. As a captain, tell us what your team is looking for and what dancers or how a dancer should prepare for upcoming auditions.
Such a great question, and I'm so passionate about this because now, like I said, I want to share my passion and my experience with other dancers who have share the same exact thing. So I actually have a blog post that I can share with you. It's a series of blog posts, and it's 6 tips, my best 6 tips to prepare for dance team auditions, whether you're auditioning for a college team or a professional team. So I'm going to go over it pretty quickly, but right now I'm going to tell you the 6 tips. So you want to do your research. Make sure you research that team, know exactly who they are, what they stand for, and the kind of dancing they do, whether they're co-ed, all girl, etc. So you want to make who the coach is. Make sure that you have that knowledge. Do the research. Number 2 is mindset. Prepare yourself for what you're about to walk into, and I want you to visualize exactly what it feels like to be on that team. Visualize yourself in the uniform, on the stage, on the court, all of that. Number 3 is dance training. This is the most important one because you're about to be on a dance team at a high level. NBA dancers perform at games 41 plus times, you know that, but 41 plus times per year. It's a lot on your body. And also it's a lot of dancing. Same with college, is pretty much the same. You're doing football, basketball, well, my college experience, football, basketball, and competition. You're dancing a ton. So dance is the main thing that you're preparing for. With that being said, make sure you train well-rounded. I have so many dancers that ask me, do I need to have technical training to be on a pro team? And my answer, these are all my opinions, everything. My answer is yes. You want to make sure that you can do everything that's on that score sheet, whether you're amazing at it or if you're just know how to do it. If you know how to do it, that's amazing. That is one less thing that they need to worry, that they're like, Like, make sure you know how to do it and know the technical elements. If you're a great performer, and there are so many things that might outweigh, but that's kind of a different conversation. So make sure you know how to do it. Same with Pom technique. Make sure you know the Pom technique, especially hip hop, because hip hop is so popular these days, and that's what a lot of teams are doing. Same with jazz and technique go well together. So make sure you're well versed in all of those. Again, this goes back to your research. So figure out what that team is really good at, and you want to excel at what that team is good at. So for example, for Kentucky, that's hip hop and pom. They don't really do that much jazz. Hip hop and pom are their strong suits. If you're trying out for Tennessee, it'd be jazz. Same with Minnesota and turns and technique. So my 4th one is lifestyle and what you eat. You're an athlete, so you need to train and eat like you're an athlete. Make sure you feel good from the inside to the outside. Number 5 is fitness. You want to make sure that your stamina and energy is 100,000%, especially because you're performing to such a huge crowd of people and you're expected, like I said, to perform that many times per year. Number 6 is appearance. See, I got all of these down. You can read more about them, but number 6 is appearance, and that is your glam. So makeup, hair, make sure you know how to take care of your skin, that you're washing your face in the morning and at night. And then that also, I kind of loop your photos and your resume in with that as well. So those are my 6 audition tips. And yeah, those things, yeah, kind of round them all in the bubble. So that's just a very brief, like, power explanation, but I can send you the blog post too, so you can post that as well.
Oh, that is so awesome. Look, you gave us all of this knowledge. She just dropped the mic.
Thank you. I love it.
We'll make sure to post the blog link as well. But
Awesome.
It's all there for you.
Yeah, I love it.
Awesome. And my last question for you, thanks again for sharing all of those great advice, knowledge things.
Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Oh, I have one more. I definitely recommend going to every single clinic that you possibly can. If you're out of town, go to at least one. Or if it's online, learn online. And then also audition for as many teams as you can. Even if it's not your dream team, make sure you audition for teams, for a semi-team, for a lacrosse team, whatever is in your area, to really prepare yourself and get that audition experience ready. I truly believe in that. Like I said, my 2 auditions that I didn't make prior really helped with my audition for the Wizards.
Just knowing what it's like to be at an audition, it can be overwhelming. So what you're learning, maybe by not making it the first year, you can come back 10 times stronger the next year. And
yes.
So
yeah, yes.
Very cool. I'm really excited that you just shared all of that.
Thank you.
And my last question for you is, what's in the future for you, your business, and your dance career?
Thank you. So I actually just became a full-time entrepreneur. I always had things on the side. I was looking for I was working at Flywheel. I was a wedding coordinator on the side. Now I'm so excited to be completely an entrepreneur and make my own money. And I'm so excited about that. So right now I'm growing, like I said, I'm going to continue growing Powerhouse. Everything this year I'm planning to do online. I know a lot of schools are not, everything's just so unsure about this year in choreography and teams and stuff. So I am offering so much online and I want to offer that to teams. I have digital dance tutorials on Powerhouse Dance Works. I have merchandise that I made this year. So I'm just keeping the momentum going, growing as best I can with that. Personally, I'm going to keep training, doing personal training, and also doing privates for dancers as well. And then I also have another company called Babes with Brands, which is all about getting women entrepreneurs together and inspiring them to follow their dreams and really just like teaching them how I've done it, the courses that I've taken, marketing materials that they need. So those are the 3 things that I'm working on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Awesome. It's really cool to hear, all that you're working on, and we can't wait to see all the other things that, come from all of this. Where can people learn about you, take class with you, get your merch, all the things?
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so if you want to follow me personally at Miss Christie Girl, it's MissChristieGirl, which you'll probably tag below, but at Miss Christie Girl on Instagram. You can also, if you would like to book dance class or fitness class with me, www.misschristiegirl.com. For all things Powerhouse, it's powerhousedanceworks.com. That's where you can purchase the dance tutorials. They start at $10, which is a steal. They start at $10, and then also you can purchase merchandise there, powerhousedanceworks.com. And then if you are a woman entrepreneur and you're looking to be inspired or educated, You can go to @babeswithbrands on Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christy. We're
Thank you, Leanne.
to have you, and on behalf of Two Hearts Dance and Yoga, thank you again. Looking forward to seeing all the wonderful things that continue to come from Powerhouse, Babes with Brands, and just all of the awesome things that you're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leanne. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It was so much fun to be here with you today.
Thank you.